Whoa, we're back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we're going to be taking on the last of the Reforged Blade event. The content just reset. We're doing it immediately. Gonna have the video up right and early on the same day. And yeah, let's just give it a look here. We're going to be using spirit characters. Let's just leave there for a second. Enemies take more spirit damage, so we're going to be using spirit characters, of course. Limited only, free to play only, none of my characters. I did, of course, use my characters just to get past the initial stages because it doesn't really matter. I mean, you could use the limited characters just the same. If you use the limited characters for this stage, you use the limited characters for the previous stage. But I'll be showing the actual use of the limited characters on this stage. But first, what will we be taking? Enemies take more spirit damage. Enemies take more spirit damage. We've got taking damage reduces max HP by 2%. Successfully, or the character continuously loses HP, but successfully triggering a perfect dodge restores HP. Enemies deal more damage for 30 seconds. Extends perfect dodge's cooldown. So we're just going to take the first of both, I guess. And let's see here. So dealing ailment damage grants a buff. We won't be doing ailment damage because we will be doing Spirit Team because they are the limited characters. So dealing damage reduces extra, so we'll use that one. Release a technique grants a bonus buff. We'll use that one. It looks good. We'll be using more spirit reduction rate, as always, is very strong. We'll be using maybe ult damage. Technique damage is really good on this team, but we'll go ult damage here, and then we'll just grab these two. That's 24. Check this again. Taking damage reduces max HP by an extra 2%, or the character continues to lose HP, but we got a perfect dodge. Let's just do taking damage, and we'll do enemies deal more damage 30 seconds after the battles begin. Seems fine. So yeah, that's going to be the run, and let me just, make sure. So here we have the limited characters, 36,000 versus my 40,000, so, or 39,000, I should say, but we will replace them. There you go, just to get confirmation, and perfect. So I'm going to do the run. We'll come back here. I have no idea if they have, boundaries or not, or core stance or weapon stance or whatever you. So this is going to be completely first time, first go, and we'll see how it goes, right? So let's get into it. And we are in it. One take Jake. We are not going multiple. I essentially went from that previous cut to right now. So without any sort of like trying to get the best run possible out of this, we're just going straight in. This character, the Ichigo Kurosaki Inner Hollow, is a little bit tricky to dodge in terms of like maintaining complete like no hit run or anything like that. So don't really worry too much about it. The characters are good enough to compromise or what have you. It's not going to be a real big issue. And so we're going to the Zea Lapido, nice and quick. We get a little bit of the Aizen done, and we immediately realize that Aizen is at least B1 because he got his, the limited Aizen, by the way, the free-to-play Aizen is at least B1 because he got his rotation up very quickly, which is not the norm if you have a B0 Aizen. I have a B0 Aizen, so my Aizen would actually be a little bit slower, though he might have better stats in general, so that would be a big thing. We decide to hold off on going the ultimate until we can put that motherfucker in the box. Used to hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box, of course, as it goes. Whatever happened to Roddy Ricch, huh? Where'd that guy go? I feel like he put out an album that was like, I guess it was like pretty mediocre, and just like disappear completely. But anyway, back to the Bleach Soul Resonance, huh? We get the first break of many. I will say I think that this is the last one I really time up perfectly, because the ones hereafter do end up overlapping with other rotations. I could again go back in here, get a better run, try to, stick at the top of the leaderboard, go for, absolute best. But I just did this in one go just to show that you really don't have to worry too much about just getting this done on the way to work, at work, or on the way to school, what have you. Like, this is not going to be a big issue. We squeeze out the last little bit of damage. That is a pretty big, important window to hit, is the second one. You could notice I didn't realize that I was going to be B1 or B2 or whatever, Okieta, because if you saw after I ulted, I essentially just stopped completely for a second because I was like, oh my god, I'm still in ult. So pretty funny little happen there. But we go, and we're just building right back up to that Hado. We see he's making the attack. He does fake us out with one, and then you just go straight into the swap there. So a funny little pattern from our boy Ichigo Kurosaki, our Inner Hollow boy. I I really like how they're making these bosses. I feel like they're a lot trickier to interface with. I did try to stock up my ult there on Aizen, but we just do not get it done in time. Thankfully, we get both confirmations here, so big damage while he's blasted. But again, we were just waiting for that Aizen ult. I think this Aizen gets his ult a little slower than my personal Aizen. So I was like, man, we just got to build it. We got to build it. And eventually I was like, well, I guess we'll just cash out, right? Well, I guess we'll cash out. So again, we did not put the stick in the box there, which is a big misfire. Of course, we'll use it once we come out of this, but it is unfortunate to just sort of have that damage on the table in his ultimate. Very sad. We could have gotten 2 counter hit states here, but, you know, it's fine. Ultimately, we do end up getting everything done in this one go, so it's not like... It's not like you really need to focus up unless you just want to, you know, top leaderboard or whatever, so it's not a huge deal. We do manage to get everything done here. I don't even think we counter. We're just like hammering this guy. Boom, another 71 million. And we go into Aizen. That looks so cool if you don't even like let him come out. Aizen just breaks the screen. So good. This character's so swaggy, dude. It is going to be kind of sad when Aizen sort of goes away as the primary tactics character. Again, you don't really need to worry if your Aizen's like B4 that a B0 character is going to replace him. They will just serve different functions. But Aizen as a supportive unit is definitely on his last legs. I mean, he sort of always was. He definitely suffers from main character syndrome. He feels like a character that should have released as a half anniversary character. Like, say he releases like how the game currently is, and it's like, oh my god, we have this like damage dealer tactics DPS character who wants to be on his own team. That would have been like perfect for Aizen. So it is sort of sad that that like never came to fruition. We have ult down for 5 more seconds, so we're just going to cash out with Ulquieta's buttons here. No point in waiting around when we've got the spirit break. We want that. We want the maximum amount of damage on the ultimate confirm. So I wonder if I do slip a one in here. We are, so you can see we're at nearly 800 million damage. So a ton done. And we throw the spear here. Maybe we go into ult. You can see we did a lot less because even though we're in Spiritual Break, we are not in Aizen ult. So yeah, we finally get it up here. We actually go into the technique first just to do an animation cancel. If you want to see a better version of these, you know, rotations, of course, look up like people like Sai, people like, you know, just other people in the community who are a lot cleaner with these. I never claimed to be the rotations guy. I think a lot of people come to me because, one, I am pretty gung-ho about just keeping things B0, free to play, or at least very low spending, which, you know, the majority of people playing any mobile game will be. And two, I think it's just because I'm kind of chill. Like, I don't have like super hard opinions that are like, you're an idiot if you think this. You know, I open discussions. So, you know, if you want the super rotations guy, there are people out there. I try my best. I do try to keep on top of at least some of the minute details of rotations, just so, you know, I can pass that information along to you guys. But as far as being the most optimal, I would never claim to be, right? So I think maybe my most optimal team is the Grimjo team or the Slash team currently. But certainly not the Spirit team. So as we wind down to 10 seconds left here, we are far and away squared on the actual like quests. So you can see, just even get your rotations half decent, even get one window where you have Zayalapro ult up, Ulquieta ult up, a spiritual bar break, and Aizen ult up, which is pretty, you know, simple to do. Especially, I mean, like I said, this is the first run. I could definitely get a cleaner run out of this. I could definitely rank higher on the leaderboard with these limited characters, but why bother, right? So I'll see ya at the numbers as always. And there's the fight in summation. We got 2.2 billion total damage, 14,059,000 DPS. We've got 1.39 billion with Ulquieta, 709 million with Aizen, and 98 million with Zayalapro. Of course, your rotations are probably and could be a lot cleaner. My personal use with the Spirit team is probably the least of any team it's always been. I'm much cleaner with my thrust, my strike, and my slash team. So if you have any amount of proficiency with the Spirit team at all, yours is going to look a hell of a lot better, which means you're going to get this done a hell of a lot easier. For now, though, with 4.6 million points to confirm there, we'll go ahead and grab those, and we should have all of our, all of our missions handled, essentially. So we'll grab those. 200 is easy claim. 50 more is easy claim. All rewards cleared with ease. And did we rank it all? It looks like we're maintaining 90 on the previous one. Did we rank it all? Top 4. I mean, they just came out. We're obviously going to get kicked off eventually, but for now, we could say that we are top 4 in this at least, which is pretty cool. So there you have it. Nice smooth event. I do love this event in terms of just like having a nice thing to bash around. I like a limited event that's easy for players to get into, a limited event that's easy for you guys to be able to clear, content that's like, actually getting to use characters with a few boundaries, especially if you're free to play low spending, a few boundaries, not gated in any way by your own box. If you're new, it is just that easy. Again, you can go back and see how I was doing the rotations if you need it, if you're newer. But like I said, my rotations when it comes to Spirit are not the cleanest in the world. So they should be pretty easy for you to just take what you need and do what you got to do, take care of business and all that. But I have been Lone, though. Hopefully this helped out. Like if the video, subscribe to any club, we'll go make it, and peace.